Welcome back, guys, to the Uncle Shama channel to react here to the 1-1 draw with Napoli. Mo, the streak is over. What are we saying? It's not the worst way. I was saying I'm not losing any sleep over this draw. I was saying before the match, I think this is going to be the end of the streak, and it came out to be true. My prediction 1-1. How do you feel? I don't feel too dejected about this, to be honest. How do you feel?
I called it on the podcast with the guys from Inter Worldwide. I said 1-1 because, okay, everything has to have an end, right? But I would rather have the okay end other than the bad end. This could have ended way worse, right? Like if we
Exactly.
win, the streak will go on, but the streak will have to end at some point, right? And I would prefer the streak to end at 1-1 away at Napoli, and we're still 9 points ahead, but 10 including the head-to-head. So we're still in the driver's seat here.
Exactly. It was quite a tactical match. I'm guessing you, as a tactical guy, you quite enjoyed it. You probably have a breakdown of it on your own channel, or maybe on Inter Worldwide soon. It was very interesting to see. At the beginning, Inter struggled with the press. I felt the Napoli press was very good, the high press in the first half. But in the end, this Inter team, I always say, whether they play good or bad, they somehow always create chances, even if it's not, some of those chances, Lukaku, I don't think even meant to, one of them just came off his shoulder or his body. One of them was, like a deflected shot. But this Inter team is a chance creation machine. I haven't had a look at the XG of the match, but it'll be interesting to see.
It was 0.85 in the first half, so versus 0.35 for Napoli. So we are expected to score more. So
exactly, and Napoli's goal came from it wasn't even a shot. It was a complete mistake or unlucky mistake by our defense. What did you make of that? Actually, I felt like some of the guys were saying that it's Andanovic's fault or it was Butterfingers, but I felt like it was a little bit on De Vrij too. What do you feel?
I feel it's on Handanovic 100%. That's my opinion, right?
Yeah.
Why it's in Handanovic 100%? You're commanding. You should know where your defenders are. De Vrij have half his focus was on Osimhen behind him, and also the other half was on if Insigne is gonna cross. Is it low? Is it high? But the goalkeeper is only focused on the ball. He has to command his area, and he had it in his hand. And when he went down, I know De Vrij hit him, but I don't think De Vrij hit him that hard. When you go grab the ball from a cross or something, you always have some contact, right, from players. But we're not expecting goalkeepers to drop every single time someone bumps into them, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what happened. But I think there was a confusion or something. But anyway, all good. A mistake happens after all these games where we had not been behind.
Exactly.
And he was a key factor in these. Like, okay, watch the commentators and everybody's calling Handanovic before the game Mr. Reliable now, right? Remember 3 months ago when everybody was saying Handanovic is done, we need to replace him now. People said now.
Get Radu now.
Get Radu now. So a mistake will happen. Every big goalkeeper makes mistakes, everybody. So, but again, it's against Napoli away. There was a lot of pressure from them. But just to talk about your point about the pressure, I think we actually handled the pressure really well. And it was way better than other games. You remember the Juventus pressure when Brozovic did not even touch the ball for a whole half?
Yeah.
When Kulusevski was on him. You remember that game?
Yeah.
But today, Brozovic, even under pressure from Zelensky, he was able to do left and right, and we were able to create counterattacks. We should have been up the first half. If Hakimi made better decisions first half, we could have been up. But I think we handled the pressure really well, and we're expected to drop back, man.
Exactly. No, that's a perfect point. I was saying at halftime, we're like spoiled children right now, Inter fans. It's been a few years now since we've been suffering, but this season, as you said, we haven't been behind for so many matches, minutes. We haven't been behind for like 1,000 minutes or something crazy like that. I was reading. So it's almost like a new feeling for us now. But let's talk about one of the big positives from today, bro. Christian Eriksen. What a goal that was. We've been waiting for that. What's that?
Number 24, man.
Number 24.
That's my guy, man. That's my guy.
I know you're a big follower of the Premier League, so you've seen Eriksen at his best. And this is what, I think a lot of Serie A fans, they know about Eriksen's reputation, but they didn't actually know what type of player Eriksen is. He's not just about his passing and technical 1-2. This guy can score from outside of the box. This is proven by stats. Let me just pull up a stat that Opta. We knew about this stat already before, but I think Opta used the opportunity today to remind people about how good Eriksen is from outside the box. So Christian Eriksen, since 2013-14, has scored 24 goals from outside the box in the top 5 European league, which is only behind Messi, who's got even more than double. So he's above, Hakan, CR7, Dries Mertens, Philippe Coutinho. So this guy has got, the ability to do this. And this is what I've been waiting for with Eriksen at Inter. This has been the last missing piece for me at Inter. What do you make of Eriksen today?
If you haven't watched Premier League before, you have not seen Eriksen, the real one, even today.
The real one.
You haven't seen the real one. I was not on board with Eriksen because of the physicality of the Serie A and stuff, but he stepped up. But to be honest, in the first half, in my head, I was thinking Eriksen needs to go off. He was getting rid of the ball quicker than the Eriksen I know. The Eriksen I know demands the ball and wants the ball at his feet. But I think it's the difference between Serie A and being coached by Antonio Conte makes a massive difference when he's yelling at you the whole game.
Yeah.
This guy is used to be a free guy on the field. He does what he wants, and he's a creative player. But apart from being creative and the passing, the guy free kicks, deliveries, shooting, and also both feet. This you don't get this in like every player. As someone can shoot both feet equally good, he can do that, and it's a privilege to have Christian Eriksen on the in the squad. I think this goal is gonna push Eriksen to even the next level. We gonna see Eriksen from Tottenham, the guy from Denmark, the guy who dictates a field behind the forwards, who demands the ball and can spread passes left and right. He has not even played 80% or 70% of his strength yet.
Yeah, spot on, man. This we haven't seen, even as you said, we haven't seen the real Eriksen still. This is not the real. If you watch Spurs, if you watch Denmark, this is not the real Christian Eriksen. But to me, I'm seeing the Who scored ratings there. They gave Christian Eriksen the man of the match by the looks of it with a 7.3. I agree. I think Eriksen, because of the goal, in general, I quite liked some of his play. There was a few sloppy touches here and there, which I'm always disappointed with him, because I always expect, when it comes to touches and technique, I expect the best from him. But overall, I think it makes sense for me. He was man of the match. He had the couple of nice free kicks and corners as well. Do you agree? Eriksen, man of the match.
Yeah. I can say, like, who can do this? Who can shoot like this left-footed first time and be there? And it's great. It's great to be there.
Who else can do this in our team? I was thinking, I don't think anyone can do that with his weak foot, that technique. Like, some people don't realize that technique is so difficult, what he did with that left.
The only one who might be able to do this in my mind is maybe Lautaro. Like, he can shoot with his left a little bit, but not like this. Like,
no.
It's phenomenal. To see that goal, it was phenomenal. I liked it. I loved it. It was great.
Yeah. That was something, the Zielinski, I could see Zielinski doing something. So he's probably the only player on that pitch that could do something like that with his weak foot.
Yeah.
And the overall, I see a lot of comments on Hakimi. Once again, he's been a big talking point recently on my channel and in general.
Yeah.
People are disappointed with I guess in that last moment where he was, maybe he should have shot on goal and he tried to cut across. His decision making, here Anthony says he's disappointed once again with his choices. But then some people are disagreeing. Mossab is disagreeing, said he played well. I thought he did okay today, Hakimi, to be honest. I think maybe that last decision, sticks in the mind for people, when it was, everyone can see, everyone saw, it was a big chance. So everyone kind of focuses on that. But I felt like he did a good job with Mario Rui. I felt like Hakimi had a pretty good showing in my opinion. Let's see what other people are saying.
I'm back again.
You're back. Yeah, you left. It's all good. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Mo?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
It looks like we can't hear Mo. But anyway, let's get a few more of your comments. Yeah, it seems like Darmian also had the same opportunity. You know, Darmian could have shot. He should have shot on goal, really. Darmian, in the first half, Lukaku gave him a great ball. Let me just put this light on. Yeah, Lukaku gave him a great ball. So Darmian made a similar bad decision, where he should have shot, and it was on his right foot as well. Darmian is right-footed, so he could have tried to curl it into the other corner. So I'm not really too bad with Hakimi in this performance. I wouldn't say he was the worst on the pitch. You know, today, the one I was really disappointed with today was Nicolo Barella. Actually, I thought for me he was the worst on the pitch today. You know, lots of sloppy passes, sloppy touches. You know, he had that chance as well. He could have done better. You know, his connection with Lukaku and Hakimi didn't look like it was great. Yeah, so for me, honestly, it might be Barella over Hakimi, the flop of the match in my opinion. But there's not much too much into it. Who do we have here?
I just thought I'd drop in unannounced, bro. You know how I do, man. Just walking into everybody's house, not knocking doors and shit.
My guy, no, you're welcome. Let me try get Mo once again. He's having some technical difficulties.
Well, I had about
yes, I can hear you guys.
10 minutes. I had about 10 minutes to kill before school, and I saw you guys doing it. I'm like, I got to jump in because I had all the same thoughts, really. Hey, Mo, you see how it's good to have this buffer zone over the rest of the teams? Yes. How forgiving are we going to be next season when Handanovic makes these sort of mistakes and we don't have this sort of buffer zone, my friend? Like, I don't want to be the one to poison the fan base at the moment. We're still doing very well. This is a point game. Check my match reaction. It's a point game, not 2 points dropped. But Handanovic dropped that ball. He's going to continue to drop that ball, son.
Come on, guys. He did really well in the last 11 games. So one mistake and we're calling for his head. But after Torino's win today, I think Cranio is hitting. Maybe he's coming to us. Maybe. Hope
That'd be nice. As Raul's been saying all week, we've become like spoilt children the last few weeks. 11 games in a row, and all of a sudden we're not allowed to take one little setback.
Hey guys, I want to ask you guys something because I might have to go on in the next 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you guys see a problem with dropping back? Because I remember Bayern Munich in 2013 in Champions League when they got hammered by Real Madrid, playing the same game, attacking, and then Real Madrid, Ancelotti decided to drop, which was not something that Real Madrid do, but the change of plan won him the game. And I think today we dropped against Napoli. By the way, the stats overall, we actually have more possession than the opposition in most of our games. Forget the Sassuolo. Even against Parma, we pressed. So just Sassuolo and Napoli, we dropped back. But otherwise, we grabbed the lead first and then we dropped back. So today, would you rather have Inter pressing all the way and risking the counter-attack with Osimhen and Politano and Insigne? Or do you like the plan of just Napoli, they're going to press us all the way. Let's sit. And we have Lukaku, Lautaro, Hakimi, Barella, can hit anybody in the world on the counter. Would you rather have this? Because I'm sure you guys both saw Twitter and the amount of people saying that we should not drop back and sit back against Napoli, as they have not watched Napoli play before on the counter. So what do you guys think about that particular? Because it's all over the media about Inter being a defensive team.
I'll jump in first only because I got a jet pretty soon, but I loved our game plan today. And in another world and in another day, we lead that game 1-0 or 2-0 before Napoli get the chance. We hit the Traversa once, we hit the post another time as well. The goal that Napoli scored was not a testament to their skill or their attributes. We made a mistake. Not taking anything away from Napoli, you need to get the ball into the box to have a chance for the other team to make mistakes. But I would agree with Mo. Our game plan today was A-OK. Conte has put all the trust in his defenders, and as I said, on another day, we probably could have won that game today. I thought Hakimi got into the perfect positions on the counter-attack almost every time. Yes. It's just his first touch really let him down again today. I thought Barella, you saw his brain want to do a million things and just not send the message to his feet as quick enough today. But as I said before, like, this is a point gained away at Napoli, who desperately needed 3 points to break into the top four. This ain't no dead rubber fixture. This is historically one of the toughest fixtures we play in a season. We took a point out of today. And as I said before, the difference between being up by 8 and up by 9 is huge. The difference being up by 10 on Atalanta or 11 is huge. People are forgetting we've got the head-to-head on every single one of our rivals, every single one of them. So that 1 point extra is going to be the difference between being 4 games in front or 5 games in front. We just got to do our business, do our shit against our next 2 opponents. It's gravy.
Hey man, before you leave, Anthony, that result, we got to talk about Malinovsky scoring and putting Juve, you know, they're out of the top 4 right now, right?
No, because Napoli did not win.
Oh,
yeah, I think with Napoli's point, Juve are only 1 point ahead, 1 or 2 points ahead. Yeah, but
Napoli would have been the same points. Yeah,
this will work into our advantage as well because Lazio got 3 points against Benevento. So when you get this Lazio versus Milan fixture and this Milan versus Juve fixture, you couldn't be opening the door any further for us to take advantage of this. That's what we need to realize today. If we've got the best man motivator in the league in Antonio Conte, I guarantee you he's going to that dressing room, banging on the wall, going, good, bene, dai, this is a point game. Let's go. Let's fucking go. There's no time to hang your heads. Yeah, we didn't win the game, but guess what? We got 33 points out of the last 33. We did the hard work so that, God forbid, in a situation like today, we don't need to walk out of there with our heads hanging low. Oh yeah, and screw Juventus, bro. That was fantastic. To be honest, for us, I saw a lot of fans going, "Oh, it's probably better if it's a draw, so Atalanta keep their destiny." It's never better for a draw. It's always better for Juventus to lose.
I enjoy that Malinovsky goal so much, even though it was a deflection. I don't care. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
The way he went past Szczesny. You know, he's another guy that likes to mouth off a lot of Szczesny, so it was good. It was good to see him silenced. But yeah, just before you guys came on, Mo, when you went off, I was talking about we said Anthony, we said Eriksen man of the match. Do you agree? And I said Barella was my flop of the match.
Oh, flop of the match, I would say Barella's a pretty good shout, only because I don't think anybody was that bad today for us. Like even Barella's first link up with Hakimi on the right hand side is what led to the eventual Christian Eriksen goal, albeit a little bit of luck. But for me, Eriksen, I just think he looked really calm today on the ball. He's growing into that regista role so well. And I know Mo said he was a little worried about the whole physicality side of things, but I'm starting to see this guy drop a shoulder and really start to shrug players off as well. He's growing into that role. I'm happy to give him man of the match. The only other person I'd give it to maybe is Bastoni and Skriniar, because I really think they're the silent assassins this season at the back. I think De Vrij has looked a little suspect sometimes this season. You can expect that when he heads the back 3, but less of that penalty shout, boys. That was a 10 out of 10 tackle at the end. Come on.
But I just want to add something here. He called the penalty first, and then he looked at the flag, and then he raised his hand. But his first call is always going to be, okay, let's call the penalty. Again, I'm going to repeat that on your channel again, Rahul. He called the penalty, and then he was waiting for the flag or to go check. Does that make sense? Because I saw the tackle for the first time. He got the ball 100%. I was sure.
Yeah,
he got the ball. But why did he call the penalty? Is it against Inter? Let's call it, and then we check again. It's the same situation again.
Let me just pull up the tackle, because that tackle, even though he was offside, is worthy to be seen again. Look at that tackle.
100%.
Oh,
right. As you do that, boys, I got to head off to school. It was a pleasure to join you this morning. Raul, big up for your channel, brother. It's absolutely brilliant. Doing absolute bits. Keep it up, bro.
Good luck, Anthony, for your first day. Good luck in your first day, man. Good luck in your first day.
Thank you, brother. We'll speak later on.
Yes.
Cheers, boys. See ya.
See ya.
Yeah, no, that was a beautiful, beautiful tackle by De Vrij, even though it was offside. He did the same thing against Sassuolo. Remember when the guy was offside?
Also, please, I don't want fans to forget Brozovic, guys. Brozovic today did a couple of tackles that are goal-saving tackles. Outside the 18, he put his body on the line for that Insigne shot, I guess.
Yeah.
And also that tackle at the end of the game where he put the ball to the corner when De Vrij slid. It was great. It was absolutely great.
It's brilliant. Yeah, these little underrated things, you know, they're always good that we point these things out. What about for Napoli, bro? What did you make of Napoli in general?
Amazing. phenomenal, to be honest. Very fun to watch. Move the ball
Yeah.
with ease. Give them a good left back. And to be honest, Osimhen is not a striker. He's not,
Yeah.
or maybe he hasn't adapted yet. I can't say that for Napoli fans. He hasn't adapted to the league yet, and there are very limited people that can actually adapt to the league that quickly. He has, with the injuries and stuff, he hasn't played a lot. But give them a left back, and the team can challenge for a Scudetto next season.
Yeah, Conte said before the match he was saying that he was expecting Napoli to be higher in the league, and I was expecting Napoli to be higher in the league as well. So
Injuries. There's a lot of injuries. Oh my God, man! Playing without Koulibaly and Manolas is a big deal.
Yeah, Mertens has been missing since the last Inter match.
Yeah.
The big miss for them, and yeah, as you said, Osimhen has been adapting to I think the league coming from the French league. I think that one might be the most difficult transition. I think out of all the leagues, maybe like Premier League to Serie A. I think Serie A in general is a very difficult league to get used to, but I think the League One to Serie A, it might be the most difficult jump. I think, especially for a young striker like him. I like him, but I think he probably needs to play in like a 2.
But it's not worth 80 million. Just put it this way: it's not worth 80 million.
Never. Like
an 80 million is someone comes like Lukaku, someone like Cristiano, comes Capo Canonieri, comes like score, win your games. Like Osimhen is not an 80 million. It's the same as Pepe and Arsenal. I don't know why the French league lately has been selling players with a lot of money. I don't know, but it's just
I mean, Pepe, at least there was like some sort of hype, and there's not many players like Pepe, in terms of 1v1 ability and things like that. But with Osimhen, I don't see any standout, attribute. He's got good pace, but not like electric.
Yes, absolutely.
Good finishing, but nothing, outstanding. So it was it's a very weird, especially Napoli. They don't really spend
that much money on a player, right? Like it's just anyway. I gotta go because I have a football match, guys. Thank you for inviting me, Uncle Sharma. And guys, great point. Let's just enjoy. See you.
Ciao, Mo. Ciao.
Ciao, guys.
All right, guys. It's just me and you now. I'm gonna go through some of your comments. I've been seeing them, but don't worry, I've not been ignoring them. Let's see who's got an interesting comment. Oh, Nick Knox bought Eriksen jersey yesterday. Wow, what a good timing, bro. I've been predicting the Eriksen goal for so long because I just wanted this guy to get his first league goal finally, and he deserves it so much, man. I'm so happy for Eriksen. And Conte waited till like the 80th minute today to substitute, which is usually by the 65th minute, 70th minute he's usually subbed, but today he waited until the 80th minute, which is already showing that Conte is really starting to warm up to him. Today I was almost thinking that he's going to leave him for 90 minutes, but obviously this is Conte we're talking about, and he got a little pat on the back as well when he came off. He's really taken that left center mid spot. I'm so happy for him. But that's the thing when with players like Eriksen, the same that we're doing with Hakimi, you should demand the best from these players. I felt like with Eriksen, I'm so happy that he's starting now, but we were almost treating Eriksen like as if he's like a youth team player. We were just happy with him, playing, doing some nice passes, and well, we have to demand, this guy is the highest paid player in our team. He's one of the most well-known, high reputation players in this team. We have to demand a little bit more from players like Eriksen, and this is the kind of stuff I'm expecting from him. These shots from outside the box. This is what he does, and in the end, there was that one free kick that he probably should have put it inside the box. He tried to shoot, and then there was that one chance where he could have passed it to Lukaku, and he shot again on goal. But you can see that confidence is coming. I want him to take on these risky shots, these risky passes. I want him to do these things. He's the one player in this team that can, give us that extra quality. And we saw that stat. Only Lionel Messi has scored more goals from outside the box than Eriksen in the last 7 seasons. Like, that's an absolutely crazy stat. This guy, he is really, really, really top quality technical shooter of the ball. So we need him to show more of that, man. I'm so happy he scored that goal, and what a goal with his weaker foot. First goal of the season. Hopefully a couple of more, maybe by the end of the season, maybe one more free kick goal. Let's see. Really take control of the situation and mud Antonio Conte for not starting him earlier on in the season. Bjorn says Swedish pundits after the game were like, I did not know he had 2 feet. He's always been so right-footed. What? Yeah, they clearly haven't watched Eriksen, because this guy has got two great feet. Mosab says when Vidal was relevant, he used to shoot like that. Yeah, maybe Vidal. I don't remember if he shoot with his left foot like that, but yeah, definitely Vidal had a few good shots from outside the box back in his pomp. Schefter says people will be talking about Handanovic replacement. Find a keeper who's as good as with his feet as Zander. That aspect of Zander is overlooked by Inter fans. Yeah, man. Handanovic, that's one of the things he's improved on so much since he came to Inter. You know, starting when Spalletti came in, when we started to play out from the back, he didn't used to be this good with his feet, and now he's like so calm. He's literally, you know, he's like Julio Cesar with his feet these days, and that's a very important aspect for a keeper these days. You know, it's becoming a little bit like defenders. People look at defenders more for their ball playing nowadays before the defending. But, you know, yeah, there's not many keepers out there that can combine good shot stopping with that quality, you know, with the feet. You know, Cranio, Musso, I'm not really sure. I've not really seen them, how they play with their feet. You know, I don't think Cranio's that good. I think Musso is a little bit better. But yeah, it's very, very difficult to find that high quality in both departments. So when you think about goalkeepers, you have to think about all aspects of the game these days. You can't just be thinking about the shot stopping ability. Yeah, listening to Mo is very calm. He's a very calm. You know, he's not a very reactionary type of guy. So yeah, he's a good guy. That's why I like to get him on. He's got good insights into the game, into tactics. Oh yeah, Politano almost scoring, man. The goal of the X, if we know that's the unwritten rule against Inter. And with his right foot, you know, this guy is really, really improved, guys. You know, since his move from Inter to Napoli. Obviously, he didn't fit into Antonio Conte's system. You know, he was tried at that second striker role, but he's not really made out for that. He's not going to work out as a wing back, so he had to leave. And yeah, you know, this season he's got 11 or 12 goals. Like he's dropping some good numbers this season. He's a very, very improved player. You know, we used to, you know, criticize him at Inter for not having quite final ball or, you know, that final third ability, but he's definitely worked on that. He always used to be subbed around the 65th minute, I remember, with Spalletti, but he looks like he's built up a little bit more stamina as well at Napoli. Yeah, good. You know, he should be making the Italy national team, but unfortunately, that position is quite stacked at the moment. But yeah, it would have been crazy if he scored with his right foot against Handanovic. Handanovic probably didn't expect, you know, in training all those years with him, expected him to move it onto his left foot. But yeah, that would not have been nice if he scored the winning goal as well. Oh, we've got a first ever super chat. I've never had one of these. Razor of Orient. Thank you, man. I don't even know where those €2 go. I'm gonna have to check, but I appreciate that a lot. Razor of Orient. Razor of Onion. Osimhen would smoke into defenders if we don't stay back. Yeah, I'm guessing that's your when Mo was talking about whether you're happy with Inter staying back or not. Yeah, you know, you have to play to the strength of the depending on the opponent. You know, that's how Conte plays. He plays depending on the opponent. You know, at the beginning of the season, we're playing the same way regardless of who we played, but now we tailor our style of play to who we play. And yeah, you know, when they've got Politano, Insigne, Zielinski, Osimhen, those four, they will burn you if you give them space in behind. So yeah, that's the one thing Osimhen is good, you know, making those runs in behind. So if you cut the space out, you render Osimhen useless like he was today. You know, Osimhen, you know, he did some good pressing, but apart from that, useless pretty much. Yeah, Nathan was scared about Politano as well. A bit over the top, but would not Osimhen be a good replacement to Vardy at Leicester when the time comes? Fast as hell, good at playing off the shoulder. Maybe. Not a bad shout. He could build up a partnership with the other Niger striker that they've got at the moment, Iheanacho, who's been doing really good at Leicester over here. You know, he wasn't particularly liked by Leicester fans before because he was a big money signing from Man City, but he's doing well. Yeah, that's a good shout, to be honest. Possible long-term replacement for Vardy could work well in the Premier League for sure. Razor of Orient says, my first Inter shirt was an Eriksen shirt, and I was so pissed when we were going to sell him. I'm glad we didn't, to be honest. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Honestly, some of my friends got some Eriksen shirts, and I made fun of them because I was like, man, you guys made the worst choice possible. But now it's it became a good investment. It's probably quite a rare shirt these days. People gave up on that guy. But now he's definitely those sales must have been increased in the Inter store. Eriksen shirt sales. It's a good choice, Razor of Orient. I'm thinking of getting, I usually don't get names at the back, even this shirt here. I just get blank shirts because I don't usually get names, but I'm thinking this season to get, it's a Scudetto winning season, to get someone's name on the back, and I'm conflicted. I'm not sure. I'm thinking of, Skriniar, Lautaro, Barella, I'm not sure. I'm thinking who I should get. Maybe even Eriksen. Eriksen might be it. I like so many of our players, Sensi as well. I would have, if Sensi was like a proper starter, I definitely would have got a Sensi t-shirt. I think he might be my favorite player in this team, but yeah, he doesn't play enough to me warrant getting him a shirt or getting his shirt. Wow, Musab's still rocking that Ricardo Alvarez, Ricky Maravilla. Put some respect on that name. What a player that was. I used to rate him, man. What a baller. It's a shame that he went to Sunderland, man, of all teams. Oh, everyone's piping in for the jersey. First jersey, according to Gerald, will be Skriniar, Hakimi, or Barella. Yeah, Hakimi as well, man. That's a good, because some people say I look like Hakimi. Might be a good Hakimi t-shirt for me. Screamer against Juve, calling it now. Yeah, imagine. Oh, Maicon like Screamer against Juve. Imagine, man, that will get replayed the whole season and the whole summer. Even when the season is over, we'll be replaying that. Moke, can you get one? To paraphrase on the Hakimi on that subject, the important thing is to win. Yeah, exactly. I'm guessing he spoke after the match or something like that. Get a shirt of Bernie, legend of the game. That would be nice meme shirt to put here on the wall. Tommaso Berni. He deserves a Scudetto medal as well, man. Lautaro was really good today. Don't know how he deals with the rough tackles, but always puts in work. Yeah, man. Lautaro. A lot of you guys at halftime, in the halftime reaction, were saying he was your man of the match until halftime. Dropped off in the second half, but yeah, his work, he's back to goal play now is so good. It's almost as good as Lukaku's. Obviously he doesn't have the same size and strength, but I feel like the work he does is really, you're going to struggle. I know a lot of people are happy to sell him, especially if we get the right price, but you're going to struggle to find a guy that works so hard and so well off the ball and on the ball. Like, this guy is so rare. It's very rare to find a player like Lautaro, man. So when we talk about selling Lautaro, you need to think about who can we actually get, because I remember last year everyone was talking about Timo Werner, but Timo Werner would have been an absolute nightmare with Conte in this team. Even though he is a second striker, really, he's not really a centre forward who plays on his own. But Timo Werner probably would have taken even longer than Eriksen to get used to this. Make a shirt with the Scudetto 19. Yeah, that's probably one that we'll probably have to get, the Scudetto 19. We've waited 11 years. That probably is the one. That probably is the one that we should all get, with the patch, with the new kit, maybe. But yeah, we'd have to wait for the new kit to come out for that one, because that would be the Scudetto winning shirt. Because by the time we do that, that's the one that the Scudetto patch will be on. I think that's how it works. Joro says, I'm right back, so I like Hakimi. Heung-min Son, yeah. I was saying a while ago that he will really excel in that second striker role. He works just as hard, maybe not as physically, but he just maybe works even harder than Lautaro. When I watch Heung-min Son, he's got a better shot outside of the box, maybe not as good as a finisher as Lautaro in the box, but yeah. But the problem with Premier League players is, it's gonna cost you an arm and a leg. But yeah, a few people, you guys are asking about the European Super League. I saw someone was talking about it earlier. Well, what do you guys make of that? I think it's the end. It's the end of football as we know it. If this happens, this Super League is the end of football as we know it. It's capitalism taking over football. As it obviously is already taken over football. It's the greedy getting greedier, billionaires, wanting more and more money, the prestigious club trying to, block out the so-called, lesser clubs, clubs with less history. I'm not a fan of it. I need to read more into it before I, give my full opinion on this whole situation, but I don't like the idea of it. I can see why they're doing it in terms of, they want to create this super league where, you only have big teams, you only have big matches. It's basically the Champions League knockouts, but every single week, you're getting Real Madrid against Arsenal, you're getting you're getting Barcelona, Juventus every single week, you're getting Inter versus, whatever big team, every single week. So they want to make, 20 teams. You play each other twice. So it's replacing the league as well. I can see, the concept, you'll bring in more money. I've seen DAZN wants to be the exclusive, rights holder for the TV deal, and then it's all been backed by Goldman Sachs. The whole league is backed by Goldman Sachs, the investment bank. So they're pumping billions into this project if it happens. It's not been confirmed yet, but overall, guys, I'm not a fan of the Super League idea. I think it will drive out a lot of, football purists, a lot of football purists, old school football fans will be driven away by this creation. I'm not in favor of this. Let me know what you guys think of this whole Super League idea. UEFA definitely against it. You saw UEFA tweeted today, released a statement, they're saying they will ban players and teams that will partake in this, players from the teams that partake in this, like Inter, like Juve, like AC Milan, they will be banned from taking part in internationals. So, I don't think the players would want that to happen, first of all. And then if, UEFA are going to ban these teams from partaking in the leagues, it's quite big repercussions. But do UEFA really have that much power over these teams? If these teams leave anyway and get all the money, all this extra money, they won't care. It depends on the players, really. If UEFA really does have the power to ban the players from getting call-ups to the international teams, then, it makes things a bit tricky, a bit difficult. But that's a lot of legal drama that we'll have to see if there actually is possible. Is this the UEFA, putting the balls on the table? Yeah, I saw Gary Neville had a little good run, but then Gary Neville himself, I'm sure, he's the owner of that Salford team. I'm sure if he was, offered that, he would have been, first in line to approve. De Paul. Oh, did you guys see De Paul, man? De Paul scoring 2 goals against Crotone. What a masterclass that was, De Paul against Crotone. Someone needs to buy that guy. Whether it is Inter, I've always said I want him at Inter. I wanted that guy at Inter for a couple of seasons now, actually. But if he doesn't come, someone needs to buy him. He can't stay at Udinese. Vlahovic, yeah, he's going to be too expensive for what he is. He's a young striker. I liked him. Actually, I tweeted about him a couple of seasons back. I felt like he was going to be the next big thing, and he really has proven to be the next big thing. But he's going to be too expensive for what he is. We can't afford someone to be the backup, or Fiorentina going to demand upwards of 30-40 million for him. So it would be, in an ideal world, he would be the perfect guy to have learning from Lukaku, playing with Lukaku, or backing up Lukaku. But yeah, it's not realistic. Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of this whole. Yeah, it will take a lot of toll on the players. Sometimes the greedy treat players like tools and not humans. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this whole thing. Yeah. You're talking about the Athletic tweet. Let me read it. Pro story: to put pressure on UEFA, get everyone in a massive angry flap, take the insults because there's huge money at stake, come to a new Champions League agreement to put the Super League back in the cupboard again till leverage is needed next time. Repeat. Okay, yeah, because UEFA, the Champions League, is already looking to be revamped. So yeah, that makes sense. Just trying to put some pressure. Can't believe Inter supporting. Yeah, but if it supports Inter financially, Reina, that's the thing. These clubs that have been, the selected special clubs, it benefits them because they get all this well, from what the theory is of, you know, what could happen, all this extra TV revenue that would be kept in this 20 Super League, you know, it's going to benefit Inter in terms of, you know, revenue wise. That's why they're doing it. So it's all money based. But as Bjorn tweeted out, you know, that athletic tweet, I think it's more of a pressure move, and there's too much legalities involved in this. If it's going to happen, it wasn't going to be so sudden. This would be something that would have to be announced, that would happen in, you know, next season, 2 or 3 seasons time. You know, you can't just do this out of the blue and these teams just take off. You know, it's too much, especially in the pandemic. You know, the revenues wouldn't be there because the stadium income is not there anyway. So it doesn't quite make sense yet. Dzeko's out of contract, I believe, this summer, so he's definitely one to keep an eye out. Even though he is his age, he's getting up there with age now. He used to be my preferred. You know, if it was going to be the backup choice of Lukaku, this was my guy, him and Giroud. But now this year he's had a bit of a dip. He's going to be 35, I believe, by the end of the season. He's on very high wages. I'm not sure if he's the guy to go for anymore. In midfield, yeah, De Paul, yeah, guys, we know De Paul is the guy. We all want De Paul. He's everyone's on the De Paul train now this season. Everyone's seen really what a great player he is. And Musso is the goalkeeper. Yeah, let's see. He might really be, you know, I've changed my opinion slowly this season on Musso. I wasn't completely sure on him, but I feel like watching Cragno this season, obviously it's hard with the Cagliari, watching other keepers out there, I'm not really seeing too many standouts, and I think Musso has the raw potential to be a good keeper in the future. But yeah, guys, that was pretty much it from me. Thank you guys for joining me. The streak is over, but unbeaten streak is still going. I think is it 12, 13 unbeaten now, so you know, can't complain. Who have we got next? Let me just get the inter schedule up. We got Spezia. Away on Wednesday. So yeah, not too much time for that one. That should be a good one away. Should be one that we could win, but obviously we'll do a full preview for that one. And yeah, guys, thank you for joining me. If you've enjoyed, make sure to leave a thumbs up before you leave the stream and subscribe if you're new to the channel for Inter-related content. Yeah, guys, Inter Napoli 1-1, but as always, guys, Scudetto is getting closer. Keep watching the channel, keep supporting Inter. Always, guys, always, Forza Inter. Ciao, ragazzi.